My name is Joseph Draper, and today we'll explore the intersection between sustainable supply chains and distribution channels. We'll discuss key concepts and demonstrate through a real-world example how distribution channels can be made more sustainable. This presentation will focus on an article done through the MIT Sustainable Supply Chain Lab and provide valuable insights from both academia and industry. Let's start with setting the stage for our discussion today. A supply chain refers to the procurement of inputs and their conversion into finished products that are dispatched to the final destination. You can see the image to the right of the screen showing how supply chain management covers raw materials, suppliers, manufacturing, distribution, and retail all the way to the end consumer. Sustainable supply chains refers to the consideration of environmental, economic, and social aspects within the supply chain. All three are necessary to ensure the supply chain itself can stand the test of time and be better for our planet and people. Distribution channels are the pathways through which goods move from producers to consumers. In our supply chain graphic, distribution channels are the customer forward, manufacturer to consumer process, and the interdependent organizations involved. As I'll show, understanding these channels are crucial for implementing sustainability effectively. The role of distribution channels becomes even more critical when we consider sustainability as a shared responsibility. Often, we think of supply chains from the company backwards, such as suppliers and their suppliers' suppliers. But from the customer's point of view, the supply chain includes the distribution channels and is an often overlooked area where sustainability can be integrated. Moving on, let's summarize the article from MIT News. The article discusses the importance of customer-centric strategies in sustainable supply chains. It highlights the Green Button project, which aims to optimize e-commerce delivery schedules to reduce carbon emissions. This project represents a shift in thinking where customers are not just passive recipients, but active participants in sustainability. It's important to consider that the transportation industry makes up 28% of all greenhouse gas emissions in the country, making it an effective area to look for greenhouse gas reductions. The Green Button project focuses on optimizing last mile delivery for reducing carbon emissions. This is a type of distribution channel through e-commerce focusing on fast delivery. An example of this is Amazon and Amazon Fulfillment. Companies that fulfill through Amazon choose a distribution strategy that allows for fast next day delivery. The problem with next day delivery and even two-day delivery is that delivery trucks often go to the same neighborhood many times a day and aren't even filled to capacity. This project tested whether giving consumers an option to opt for an extended delivery option and added that it would save a certain amount of trees by extending the shipping delivery. What happened was consumers overwhelmingly chose to extend their delivery when confronted with the more sustainable option. However, not only did this reduce carbon emissions, it also led to a 50% decrease in fuel consumption for the delivery fleet. When compared to route optimization methods, which only reduce fuel consumption by 5%, giving consumers the power to choose the sustainable option led to a win-win for the planet and the financial bottom line. The key takeaway here is that involving customers can significantly improve the sustainability of supply chains. Now, this slide puts into perspective what they found. Going from an average delivery of about 2.5 days, consumers were willing to double their wait time when presented with the environmental impact information. Notably, this was only the case when they presented it as the amount of trees that would be saved by choosing that delivery option. Now, when I was reading this article, I realized that this is a familiar real-world experience. Amazon does this well. So here are some screenshots showing some delivery options, both of which are free. However, one extends the delivery time by 2 days and gives an explanation about lowering carbon emissions. In fact, it says that if you choose this option, the average number of boxes and trips to make deliveries will be reduced, and it will result in lower carbon emissions. Now, let's connect this to our textbook chapter on distribution channels. This is really related to market logistics options, which include distribution choices that affect price, on-time delivery, and condition of goods that make for a satisfied customer. To be able to offer these options, a company has to also consider the importance of efficiency. That includes the cost and logistical efficiencies that can be facilitated by information technology and specific channel choices. The article illustrates this by discussing how e-commerce delivery schedules are optimized to reduce carbon emissions. This optimization is a practical application of the efficiency concept from our textbook. The takeaway is that efficiency is not just about cost savings, it has broader implications for sustainability as well. For distribution channel selection, this means making a decision to go through, for example, Amazon fulfillment services to leverage their IT infrastructure and ability to offer customers a more sustainable option. Third are a customer-centric focus as a key concept. These distribution models prioritize customer needs and preferences in the distribution process. The article exemplifies this by allowing customers to choose eco-friendly delivery options through the Green Button project. This aligns well with the textbook's emphasis on considering the customer's needs and wants in distribution channel selection. Additionally, the importance of flexibility is demonstrated as a strategy to anticipate customer needs and desires. On to questions and answers. My first question is whether if businesses move forward with optimizing their distribution channels for sustainability only, would they remain competitive? For example, if Amazon didn't offer same-day delivery next to their more sustainable option, would that still be competitive? Another question is how Amazon could improve their sustainability delivery option. And I think the answer to this is that their sustainability option is only displayed as reducing carbon emissions. But what we found through the Green Button project is that this was less effective than a tree saved metric. This is likely because providing trees saved as a metric appeals to the customer's emotions and is more likely to persuade customers to select it. I guess the follow-up here is, Amazon likely knows this. Do they do that on purpose? Now, some key takeaways from the chapter and the article are that supply chain management is not just about looking backwards from a manufacturer's point of view, but it also extends forward to the customer through distribution channels. Second, customers play an important role in demanding sustainable options, especially through distribution channels. Customers must make their preferences known, or else these options wouldn't be made available. Lastly, a business's choice and distribution channel is an important factor for customer satisfaction in meeting their needs and wants. Okay, well, that concludes the presentation. Here are some citations. Thank you.